Second time I teach it, it's even clearer, so. Okay, so starting with 1 and 2, it starts pretty simple. It says if you're dividing one term into the polynomial, you can put that term under each of the other terms and simplify. What that means is, so this is what we're dividing by, the divisor. We're going to divide each term by that number. So here's what it will look like. Divided by 2x squared plus 4x squared divided by 2x squared minus 12x over 2x squared. So we're dividing each term by that divisor. Okay, so now we just simplify each term. So for example, 8 divided by 2 is going to be 4. And then x cubed divided by x squared. If you remember the exponent rules, we're actually just going to subtract 3 minus 2. If you're more of a visual person, x to the third power would be like x times x times x. And then x squared would be x times x. So as far as like canceling things out, this would cancel here, and we're just left with 1x on top. So that's where we're getting 4x. And then for the next term, same process. 4 divided by 2 is just 2. X squared divided by x squared, that's just going to cancel, so it goes bye-bye. And then for the next one, 12 divided by 2 is going to be 6. And then we have x over x squared. So this would be like x over x times x. So we have this canceling, and then we just have an x left on bottom. So what this would look like is 6 over x.
Why would it be over x?
Well, there's different ways to look at it, but if you were to divide this by the greatest common factor, 2 divided by 2 would be 1, and 12 divided by 2 would be 6. Okay, next one, same process. So we're going to take each of these terms divided by this and just set it up like that. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing, just simplify this. 3's would cancel here. This would cancel out, and there would be left with 1x on top, so we just get x here. And the next term, x squared over x squared goes away, and then we're left with 6 divided by 3, so minus 2. For the next one, x over 3x squared. Well, one of the x's would cancel here, so this would cancel with one of these x's, leaving one left. And so we can just say 1 over 3x. And then for the last term, 9 and 3 can both be divided by 3, so I divide this by 3 to get 1, divide this by 3 to get 3, and 3 over x squared. And this is my answer.
That's it.
What's that?
That's it.
That's it. We're done. There's nothing more you can do at that point.
Can you go over the first question again?
Okay. Next, number 3. Okay, so now it changes a little bit. In the first couple, just kind of zooming out, we had one term here, and we were dividing by just one term. Now we have two terms here. So this one we're going to do a little bit different. It's kind of interesting how we'll solve it. We're using long division. Like, remember long division from like 5th grade? We're going to be setting it up kind of like, here, I'll show you, where we put 1 in the bracket, we divide by this term, and we literally perform long division. But before we set it up, it needs to be in standard form, meaning that the exponents have to be in order. So in this case, 9x squared is kind of in the wrong order, so when we rewrite it, we're going to put everything in order from greatest to least as far as the exponents go. Same for this term as well. 3x is actually going to be written first. So I'm going to put the first number in the bracket, and again, just rearranging it so it's in standard form. 9x squared minus 3x plus 4. Then this is going to go outside the house. If you remember from like 4th or 5th grade, we're going to write this over here. And again, putting it in order, so 3x plus 1. Okay, so how do we do this? Well, what we're going to do is actually look at this first term here and determine what we would multiply it by to get this term. So we'd multiply 3x by 3x to get 9x squared, and we're going to put that right here.
Go over the 9?
What's that? Well, technically when you did when you did long division when you were younger, you wanted like lower but not over or equal to. So 3x times 3x is going to be 9x squared. What we're doing is we're going to multiply this by these two terms. So just kind of showing you off to the side, 3x times 3x plus 1. You would distribute, you get 9x squared plus 3x. And this is going to go right here. Then we subtract this. So when you subtract, you like distribute that negative to these two terms. 9x squared minus this would just be 0. And then negative 3x plus negative 3x is negative 6x. And then we bring down the next term. Okay, we need to see what we would multiply this by to get negative 6x, and that would be negative 2. So I'm just going to put minus 2 right here. Negative 2 times 3x plus 1 would be this number.
Wouldn't it be
Minus 2, yeah. Good call. Wait, yeah, minus 2. Sorry. Okay. Then from here, you're subtracting, so you have to change the symbols here. So this becomes 0, and then this is 6. There's nothing else to bring down, so therefore this is a remainder.
I like the first problem.
Yeah. By the time you get to the second or third, it feels a little bit easier. Okay, so this is your remainder. What do you do with that remainder? The remainder goes over what you divided by. Yeah, I'll just say the divisor. So we just take 6, we put it over here. 6 over 3x plus 1.
Wouldn't it be 3x minus 2? 6 over 3x minus 2.
No, this guy. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna practice it again. Ready for number 4? Okay, number 4. Okay, so same process. We're going to put that first number in the house. There's something to note here, though. It's actually missing an x squared. We need to have a placeholder for that. So it's missing x squared. So therefore, we're going to plug in a 0x squared. Why is it so blurry? Okay. So when we write it out to put it in the house, we're going to just put that in there. So we got 4x cubed plus 0x squared plus 5x minus 3. And the divisor goes out here. Okay, so at this point, we're just looking for something to multiply 2x by to get 4x cubed. That would be 2x squared. So I'll put 2x squared right here. And then I'm going to multiply this by these terms. Now I'm not going to write it out to the side again. We get the point. We're just going to multiply this by both of these terms. We'll get 4x cubed minus 2x squared. And then we're subtracting this, so we need to change any signs, subtracting this, and then just changing this to the opposite sign. So now we need to see what we would multiply 2x by to get 2x squared. So that would be x. And then I can multiply this x by this here. X times 2x would be 2x squared. X times negative 1, negative 1x. Subtracting this, so we put subtraction here, change the sign here. And then from here, what do I need to multiply 2x by to get 6x? That would be 3. Add a 3. 3 times this would be 6x minus 3. And it's just 0, 0, so no remainder here. Okay. So in her notes, she actually jumps from this to a whole nother way of doing it, but I don't think we're ready to jump to another way at this point. So we're going to stick to this way on the other side of the page. So over here, we're going to do number 5. So if you're working on paper, just write this down. We're actually just going to do number 5 and number 7 here, so if you need the extra room on the other side, you can use it. Ooh, why is it so blurry? Weird. There it goes. Okay. Okay, so starting with number 5, we're going to set it up the same way. It's not missing any terms here, and everything's in order, so we're just going to put this right into the house. Yep. Thanks. Okay. So now we need to look at what we'd multiply x by to get 3x cubed. So 3x squared would be that number. Okay, and then multiply this by this term here. Now we subtract, so make sure to change the signs on both of the terms. What can we multiply x by to get negative 7x squared? It's going to be negative 7x. And then multiply it out. We're subtracting this, we need to change everything to opposite signs. Okay, what would we multiply this by to get 9x? We'd multiply it by 9 plus 9. 9 times this would be 9x minus 9.
Did you have minus sign?
I don't know. Because my mind is tired or hungry, maybe. Actually, I've noticed if I'm hungry, my brain will start dying on me. Negative 9. Okay, so we get negative 10. There's nothing else to bring down, so therefore this is our remainder. And we just tack that on at the end. Plus negative 10 over x plus 1. And then this is our answer. Okay, last one we're going to do is number 7. For number 7, there is a missing term. We have x squared, and then it goes straight to the constant. It's missing an x. Missing an x term. So we're going to just plug in 0x when we write it out. So we're going to write out x squared plus 0x plus 3 in the bracket. And then on the outside, x minus 1. Yes. Yeah. It's hard, I can't put my hand in there.
Do you only add 0x or do you add 0x squared?
0x. Okay. So then from here, what would I multiply x by to get x squared? Just x.
If we didn't have an x squared, would you do 0x squared?
If it was like missing in the middle.
If it's missing in the middle.
Yeah. X times this would be x squared minus x. Subtract. And I just get x. And then x times what would equal x? It would just be 1. So plus 1. Subtracting. And then there's nothing else to bring down, so this is a remainder. write this over here. X plus 1 plus the remainder over x minus 1.
How did you get the x plus 3 negative x minus 1?
The x plus 3?
Yeah.
Well, this canceled out to give 0. Then 0x plus x would just be x. And then I just brought down the 3.
What's the next part?
So what would I multiply x by to get x? It's just 1. So I put 1 here, and then I multiplied this by 1 to get x minus 1. And then subtracted it. Okay, there's still a good amount of time in class. You're going to use a laptop to get started on your homework. Like I said, it's only 5 questions because they are a little bit longer to solve. So you should be able to finish it in class, though. Let me know if you have questions. Yes. Yes, you can go to the bathroom, just sign out. Yes, John?
Is it always plus the remainder, or could it be minus the remainder if it's a negative?
It could be a negative.
So-
Yeah. If it's a negative, then it would be minus. Yes.
Can I go to the bathroom once?
Yes. If you could get the door, like, yeah, when she gets back, that'd be awesome, too.
Okay.